What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. In Theaters Friday is the new Queen biopic, Bohemian Rhapsody, which, besides starring Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury and countless others, the film also features Mike Myers. Now, I'm a big Mike Myers fan. I think he's awesome, and it's cool to see him making some sort of comeback because he doesn't really do a whole lot nowadays. I mean, I gotta say, I kind of miss Mike Myers being on screen. But I mean, hey, hopefully, if he does that good in Bohemian Rhapsody, maybe we'll see a major from Mike Myers. But yeah, I mean, he had his major start on SNL, and since then he's been in countless of films that I know of. So with that being said, here is my top 10 favorite Mike Myers movies. All right, here it is. Coming in at number 10 is more of an unpopular opinion, and that will be my number 10 favorite is Cat in the Hat. I used to watch this movie countless as a kid, and I gotta say, Cat in the Hat is actually pretty funny. It's kind of more of a guilty pleasure to me. And Cat in the Hat, when it's actually the last live action Dr. Seuss movie, because I guess the daughter of Dr. Seuss thought the movie was, horrendous. So, because of this, the Dr. Seuss estate states that now if they want to do a Dr. Seuss movie, it has to be animated. So since then we had Horton Hears a Who, the Lorax. There's that new animated Grinch movie coming. I don't care what anyone says. I really simply adored Cat in the Hat. The kid and the two kids in this was played by Dakota Fanning and Spencer Breslin. They were pretty good. Kelly Preston was in this. Alec Baldwin was actually a scene stealer in his parts. Sean Hayes voiced the Fesh. Now, I will admit, there are some cringy scenes in this. And Cat in the Hat lately has been becoming a meme. It's like a fake trailer for it. But get this. It's instead of it, it's Cat in the Hat. Like, when you get a chance, YouTube it, Cat in the Hat, you'll probably be able to find what I'm talking about. And you could probably easily find Cat in the Hat memes. Like, if you Google search Cat in the Hat memes, you'll probably be able to find some funny memes there. But you know what? I gotta say, Mike Myers as Cat in the Hat really worked, He wasn't as good as, let's say, Jim Carrey when he played the Grinch. But I still found Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat should be pretty funny. And yeah. Too bad they never. I mean, I would actually have been down to see a sequel to this, but I don't think this movie did all that well to begin with, so a sequel never happened. But yeah. All right, coming in at number 9 will be Shrek 2. Now, this was a follow-up to 2001 Shrek. Shrek 2 is amazing. This time around you have Shrek, meeting Fiona's parents. The parents are, of course, voiced by John Cleese from Monty Python fame and the legendary Julie Andrews. And you also had Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. It was kind of his debut as the role of Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas as that character is just awesome. And Mike Myers as Shrek is amazing. Eddie Murphy is just amazing as the donkey. Yeah, I think Shrek 2 is really awesome. I also really dug Shrek 3 and 4. I mean, those two aren't on my list or anything, but I actually don't mind 3 and 4. But 2 is where it's at. Alright, coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, my bad. Coming in at number 8 will be Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. I always keep forgetting Mike Myers was in this. I mean, I remember when I first saw Mike Myers pop up in Inglourious Basterds, I seriously almost forgot that was Mike Myers at first. It was kind of an interesting role. Now, Mike Myers plays a British commander named Ed Finch in this. And, I mean, that was kind of an interesting thing to see. Mike Myers in a Quentin Tarantino film. That's something you would never have expected. But Mike Myers is actually a fan of Quentin Tarantino, so I guess that will do it. Now, of course, the Glorious Bastards has Brad Pitt. Michael Fassbender was in this. Eli Roth. I simply love Inglourious Bastards. It's kind of a like war satire, and it's an awesome film. I recently just rewatched it on Showtime recently, and it's still pretty a fun film to watch. If you guys still haven't had a chance to watch Inglourious Bastards, give it a go. It turns 10 next year, believe it or not. And yeah, it's definitely probably one of Quentin Tarantino's best work as well. All right, coming in at number. All right, coming in at number 7, it's the 1993 film "So I Married an Ex-Murderer." If you guys had not seen Mike Myers' "So I Married an Ex-Murderer," give this movie a shot. It's a really funny film. I mean, Mike Myers' character pretty much marries, well, an ex-murderer. Yeah, it's actually a really interesting synopsis here. Besides Mike Myers, you also have Nancy Travis, who's right now on Last Man Standing. And Mike Myers and Nancy Travis, I thought both worked really well together. Yeah, this movie is completely awesome. Check it out. I think you'll probably end up enjoying it. All right, coming in at number 6 will be Wayne's World 2. Now, this is the sequel to Wayne's World that features Mike Myers and Dana Carvey both back as Wayne and Goffa. Wayne's World 2 is it's not as good as the first Wayne's World, but it's still a pretty funny sequel. And too bad they never really went ahead and do a Wayne's World 3. I mean, I will love to have seen a part 3, but God knows if that will ever happen. Now, like So I Married an Ex-Murderer, Wayne's World 2 was also released in 1993. And besides Myers and Carvey, Chris Farley was in this, Tia Carrera, Chris Walken, Kim Basinger. Pretty good, solid supporting cast. Yeah, check out Wayne's World 2. I think you'll probably get kicked out of the sequel. All right, coming in at number 5. Wait, yeah. Coming in at number 5 will be Austin Powers in International Man of Mystery. Now, this is the first Austin Powers film, and it's really funny. Mike Myers as Austin Powers was amazing. You had Elizabeth Hurley. God, you don't see Elizabeth Hurley a whole lot anymore. Her as the Powers girl, kind of like how the girls in Bond movies are Bond girls. The girls in the Austin Powers movies, I call Power Girls. Elizabeth Hurley, I just thought was amazing. You know, you even had Seth Green. Come on, Fat Bastard. Who doesn't love Fat Bastard? Yeah, the first Austin Powers film got released in. Let me pull the year. Oh yeah, it was released in 1997. Nice. and it's really funny. You know? I mean, you even had I believe Carrie Fisher was in the first one, if I'm not mistaken. It was always a joy to see Carrie Fisher and stuff. You even had Tom Arnold in the first film. Yeah, it's really downright funny. All right. Speaking of Austin Powers, coming in at number 4 will be Austin Powers in Goldmember. Part 3, this might be unpopular to say, but I think Goldmember is actually funnier than International Man of Mystery. This time around, you got Beyonce as the Power Girl. Now, this was the hype of Beyonce's career, and Beyonce in this I just thought was awesome. I mean, she played Foxy Cleopatra, and seriously, probably one of my. This was actually the film that kind of introduced me to Beyonce. I kind of heard Beyonce before this movie, but it was Goldmember that actually made me become a fan of Beyonce, and her in this was just awesome. You know, Fat Bastard, of course, returned. You even had Seth Green back here, Micah Caine. Yo, Micah Caine as Austin Powers' dad was a highlight in this movie. That was really funny to watch. And the beginning scene, like the opening scene with Britney Spears, was good. It had a submarine lair in this. That was awesome. Yeah, I simply love Goldmember. And the character Goldmember, come on. Mike Myers also plays Goldmember, and that's such an awesome character he got to play. All right. Coming in at number 3 will be the first Shrek. Now, Shrek was released in 2001, and believe it or not, it was the first animated movie to win Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. Shrek is completely amazing. You know, Mike Myers as the voice of Shrek is awesome, and of course, my favorite. It also has probably my favorite opening song to a movie, which is the Smash Mouth song. You know, the Smash Mouth song that's been stuck in your head since 2001. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, that's the honest trailer for Shrek. And you know, Eddie Murphy as the donkey. Gotta love Donkey. Come on, they did a Puss in Boots spinoff, but I wish DreamWorks would go ahead and just do a Donkey spinoff. That's seriously one of the best supporting characters of Shrek. You had Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona, John Lithgow as Farquaad. I was mispronounced the last name. Farquaad was good. Shrek is awesome. I really hope DreamWorks will go ahead and probably do a part 5 because I'm ready for another Shrek movie. All right, coming in at number 2 will be the first Wayne's World. Now, Wayne's World is actually based on a skit that Mike Myers and Dana Carvey did on SNL. And Wayne's World, you know, you've got Mike Myers as Wayne, you've got Dana Carvey as Garfunkel. Amazing chemistry. And they both still have it, too. I mean, a few years back, there was this 40th anniversary of SNL special that went on, that was on NBC. And Mike Myers and Dana Carvey reprised their Wayne's World role. That seriously made me want to see another Wayne's World. I really hope Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, you know, I think Mike Myers and Dana Carvey actually want to do it, but I don't know if any studio would do it. But if they announce another Wayne's World, I'm all for it. I think these two work super well, amazing together. And of course, you had the Bohemian Rhapsody song, which is kind of the main reason why I'm pretty sure Mike Myers is the. That's kind of the reason why Mike Myers is in Bohemian Rhapsody, because the song of Bohemian Rhapsody was featured in Wayne's World. So there's like a Queen connection there. Yeah, I mean, if you guys still have not had a chance to watch Wayne's World or Wayne's World 2, give them a go. There are some really funny comedies from the 90s. All right. Coming in at number 1 will be Austin Powers in The Spy Who Shagged Me. This is actually my favorite out of the Austin Powers films. I mean, Heather Graham was the Power Girl here, and it had the first appearance by Vern Troyer as Minimi. God, I miss Vern Troyer. That him as Minimi was amazing. You know, Fat Bastard, of course. Who, like I said, who doesn't love Fat Bastard? He's also one of Mike Myers' best roles. Doctor Evil, come on, Doctor Evil is seriously probably one of my favorite villains in a comedy. You know, Seth Green was amazing. Yeah, Spy Who Shagged Me is awesome, and it also kind of technically spoofed one of the Bond films, which was Moonraker. That was because the Austin Powers movies are pretty much spoof of James Bond films. So this one was mainly a spoof of Moonraker. And Spy Who Shagged Me, come on, it's just simply amazing. It turns 20 next. Wait, I think. Yeah, it turns 20 next year, actually. So, boy, these Austin Power movies are getting older. I still wish Mike Myers and company would go ahead and do a part 4. I mean, Mike Myers back as Dr. Evil would be awesome to see. Because a few years back on, also on SNL, Mike Myers reprised his role as Dr. Evil. And since then, it made me want to see it Austin Powers 4 even more. Mike Myers just plays his roles just perfectly. And yeah, the Austin Powers movies are they're probably one of my favorite comedy franchises. And to me, the Austin Powers movies gets better and better with each sequels. And yeah, Spy Who Shagged Me is definitely the best one out of the bunch. Oh, and Will Ferrell was also in this too. He was in this and the first one. I think this was like I think the first film was Will Ferrell's first feature film, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, for every reason, if you guys have not had a chance to watch the Austin Powers movies, check them out. They're really right funny. Okay, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Mike Myers movies. Let me do the rundown. Number 10, Cat in the Hat. Number 9, Shrek 2. Number 8, Inglourious Basterds. Number 7, So I Married an Ex-Murderer. Number 6, Wayne's World 2. Number 5, Austin Powers and Goldmember. Number 5 is Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, my bad. Number 4, Austin Powers and Goldmember. Number 3, Shrek. Number 2, Wayne's World. And number 1, Austin Powers and The Spy Who Shagged Me. Now, there's a few others I could have added. The other Shrek sequels was good. He did this movie called 54, which was a pretty decent one. Ooh, definitely not The Love Guru. Ooh, that was kind of the movie that killed Mike Myers' career. So if you guys want to blame anything for killing Mike Myers' career, blame The Love Guru. Oh, yeah, he was just in that movie Terminal. Not good at all. Mike Myers was actually good in the movie, but it was still not that good. Despite having Martin Robbie, who I always adore. How good is he on The Gong Show? I mean, him as the role of Tommy Matlin, come on, him hosting The Gong Show is just awesome to see. He was in View from the Top, Mystery Alaska. He didn't really do a whole lot as you expect. But, yeah, I mean, he's done some interesting stuff that I've enjoyed. Let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Mike Myers movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.